So it was my intention to put out a commentary video about once a week, but then life has gotten a little busy with being a teacher via the internet, and so here we are, and it's the day in between Good Friday and Easter, which is the perfect time to talk about the song Divine Trade. And so I'm actually not going to talk about it until the end. I'm going to play it first. So if when you hear the first verse, if you have not heard this song before, if you think it's about Christmas, keep listening. Okay, it's about more than Christmas. I know it's a little bit of a weird mashup. I'll explain. But this song is called The Divine Trade. And I'm going to talk about it after I play it this time. So here we go.
That I am no longer condemned, stands forgiven, and my only claim is this divine trade. His death and life counted as mine, for he is risen. Oh, glorious morning, where life is restored.
to play the entirety of that song, just because it's Easter and it deserves to be played, I think. So this song is one of those songs, this is not every song by any means, but that I just view as a gift, straight from the Holy Spirit into my hands. I remember 2 years ago working on it a little bit in like October, November, December, January. And as I started, I really only had a couple lines. I had, "Can I believe in a kingdom that's coming? Here but not yet, and full manifest, still on its way." This idea that's really where we live, right? We don't live where we see every single injustice rectified. We don't see every single hurt healed and restored. But we do live in a place where we don't see hopelessness either. We live in a place where we can have hope. And it's all because of Jesus and the cross. And so I just... have you guys ever woken up and really can tell that the dawn has broken? You just get this sense that the sun has come up. That's kind of the image that I was going for, is the earth felt the change as one feels the dawn break. This idea of when Jesus enters the scene, maybe the earth felt that, the change, like something's coming. But this song, all of a sudden, Christmas was kind of in it right at the start, like "O silent night, O star that still shines," where faith became sight in the darkness. But I don't think we can really view Easter until we view Jesus' life and death and his coming in the first place. Really, obviously the Passion Week is not something I would want to live through, but I also think that Jesus coming in the first place and being subject to humanity and subject to a lot of ill treatment, I'm sure. We face things that I'm sure Jesus faced in his everyday childhood growing up in his 20s, just wronged by people, and he didn't have to step down into that, but he did. So this song is really the story of the gospel. Oh, how infinite and unbounded his grace, that the Father would pay the debt for our crimes. Long-awaited and undeserving Messiah offered selflessly for all of mankind. That was originally not even going to be in the song. I didn't think the song needed a bridge, but here's a little math nerd out for you. The phrase, "how infinite and unbounded his grace," you can have infinite amount of things in a confined space, right? If you think about a graph, that's a 1x1 grid. Sorry, I'm getting mathy here, but you can have an infinite amount of points in here, but it's bounded. But there's unbounded infinities as well, and God's grace is both infinite and unbounded. Like, there are no bounds that he would place on it. Anyone who accepts him can receive it. And I can't help but smile every time I sing "My only claim is this divine trade, his death and life counted as mine, for he is risen." I remember poring over Romans a couple years ago when I was writing this song, and really, that is kind of the awe-striking thing, right? We can't earn it. And as a matter of fact, as someone who grew up in the church and as someone who grew up in religion, so to speak, none of that helps. And when we come to the awe of the fact that regardless of how good or bad we really think we are, it doesn't matter, because his life and death and then new life again is ours. He just transfers it to us. What good news is that? That is what we live for. And so Easter morning's tomorrow, and our hope is reborn everlasting. It started. The kingdom is here, but not yet. And we will get to see him face to face one day. So that is what the Divine Trade is about. And it's the last song on my first album. And I just, I knew it had to make the album, because I'm hoping it ends up being one of the best songs I've ever written. Just because it so is my hope and prayer that it captures the gospel for people, that they really sense what the good news is about in the song. So with that, I'm going to post this tonight, and Easter morning is tomorrow. So we are waiting is our tradition would have it. Even though Jesus is not in the grave right now, our tradition says we remember his time of death and his time in the grave, and then his time of resurrection tomorrow morning. So blessings on you as you remember, and thanks for watching.